This is a quick run through on how to use the UART tutorial found on BBLearn. First, let's go get it. Under Technical Documentation, select Sample Code and then UART tutorial. You can download this and save it somewhere where you know where to find it. Once you download and unzip the library, you find three files: libuart.a, which is the library file, UART.c, which is the source file with its corresponding UART.h header file. Copy these files into your working directory, as I've done here, and then open up the project. Now I've added the files to a new empty project, so now we'll go and set it up to use the UART. So the first thing we want to do is add some more headers so that the compiler knows where to find the various bits of code we need to do this. Program space.h is needed because we're going to store strings in program memory. Standard I/O will provide us with basic printf capabilities, and of course UART.h is the library header file. Now we'll place some code that actually uses the library. So basically, using this formula, we can determine the baud rate setup. And here are some baud rates for the crystal that you guys have on your board. And the first thing we need to do is call the initialize routine for the UART, passing it one of the values in this list for the baud rate we want, and we want 9600 for this example. And then this is the message that will send out the UART. Now, before we compile this, we still have to tell it where the library files are. So we'll right click on Add Library, press Browse, and choose libuart.a, and press OK. So now that puts the library in our list, and it should be visible to the compiler. So now when we build this, we should get no errors. Awesome. Okay, we can now download this to the board. So we'll just get the hex file and program it in the board, and that's written. Now if we go to our terminal program, there it is. We see this is a message, which is in fact all we've done in this program is initialize the UART and printed a string that says this is the message. Now the next thing we want to do is add floating point support. So first click on Add Libraries, and we're gonna add floating point support to printf by adding that checkbox, and if you checkbox the libscanf._float, we'll add floating point support to that as well. And the reason for doing this is they separate off the floating point stuff because it just basically takes up more memory and more code execution time. So a lot of people don't want to use the float, but you guys have lots of memory, so let's do that for this. Now the other thing you have to do here to get the floating point support is to make sure that it uses the vprintf and vscanf libraries. So go to the linker, General Properties, and click the Use vprintf library checkbox. If you click on libraries, you'll see the list of libraries that are currently being added, and those are the three that we originally set up over in the Solution Explorer. So now go to Miscellaneous, and for that you're going to actually have to type it if you want the scanf capabilities. But basically add -WL, -U, VF scanf, and that will give you floating point scanf capability as well. So now we can add some code that actually uses the floating point. We'll just type some extra lines of code here. We'll just define a variable with a float and a printf function that prints that float. And let's build it. And we have 0 errors, so let's download that to the board. And this time we get, this is a message and this is a float, 003.39 or 967. Now you notice there that I've added padding to my output because I wanted exactly 3 spaces, 3 characters before my decimal point and 3 places after my decimal point. So if we look back at the code, I originally defined a float as 3.9675, and in the string I printed, I added the type specifier %f along with a format specification 07.3 to do my padding and to limit the number of decimal places. So then we get what we saw in the original, in the message. So you get 3 before, 3 after. And that's basically all there is to using this library. So enjoy, and hopefully you get good use of it. Thank you.